Hey guys, it's Danielle from Spa Performance. Sorry about that. I had my phone muted. I thought I was talking to you guys. I was just talking to my phone. Welcome back. Hope everybody had a really great weekend. I hope everyone had a great Father's Day. This week's going to be a pretty exciting week just because we're going to have hopefully, a lot of membership cash sales with National Sunless Day coming up here on Thursday. Then we have National Beauticians Day as well on the following day, which is Friday. And we're going to have a little game plan put together. Hopefully you guys have your June marketing calendars still. If not, you could still download that. That is in the Spa Performance newsletter. But welcome back. You guys are going to kick butt. I know that June's typically like the slower months. Usually June is the time of year that we kind of just fall into a funk, fall into slumps, right? But we're not going to let that happen, guys. We're not going to let that happen this last week with all of these opportunities that lie ahead of us. Many of you who've been around a while know what the opportunity alone in National Sunless Day is. So we're going to put a lot of focus into that, as well as the 50 red appointments that we need, because let's not forget that that is actually Member Appreciation Day on that same day. So again, welcome. Wake up. Hopefully you had a few cups of coffee. I know it's Monday. Mondays are never fun, but it is fun whenever you know all the opportunities that you have ahead of you. And nothing will happen, guys, without a game plan. If you do not put a plan in place, if you do not have a marketing plan with a calendar, if you don't know how to manage your time well, that is a training that you must have with either your franchisee or your spa director, because you are not expected to do everything without a schedule in place, right? So couple of things that I wanted to remind you of in case you sort of walked in the spa today and they're just kind of like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do. Let's talk about what's important and priority. And what that is where are you guys at with your collections and the people canceling and leaving you? Many of you have specific people designated and in place for cancellations outreach, collections outreach, things like that, but do you have your time schedule put down? Do you have a time management schedule put down? Do you have something to follow by? Do you use the reminders on your phone? Sounds very small, sounds like, oh no, you know what, I got this, I'll remember. I mean, I was the same way at one point, but let's face it, everything that you guys have to do, it's not going to happen unless you have somebody saying, hey, stop what you're doing right now and get on the phone, right? So the number one thing I wanted to tell you guys was any of those people that you sort of remember that went sort of delinquent, I guess, so to speak, those members that you weren't able to collect from this month, maybe they were out of town, maybe you made a note for yourself somewhere that to give them a call back at the end of the month. But, you know, if for some reason you yourself are not the person that is designated to make this outreach and you have somebody else that is saying that they've done it, just give it a try. Just reach out, find out yourself. If you're in front of the computer, in front of the spa, if you're in the spa, whatever, have access to Spa Intel to be able to pull and see who, you know, you weren't able to collect from, whether it's do not honor, insufficient funds, things like that. Do it yourself if you can. Take a few minutes and reach out to them, maybe from your cell phones, right? Because, you know, if you're a franchisee and your spa director's calling from the spa, and sending text messages from the spa or emails, maybe they'll answer your call and maybe you can sort of work something out with them, especially if they've gone a couple of months at this point where they aren't or they haven't been, you know, very responsive. You can work out a deal with them, especially coming from the owner about a payment plan or even a clean slate, right? Forgiveness, something to that effect. But anything that you had sort of lingering, you definitely want to take care of that. Knock it out this week. Any last minute collections. Also, another major thing that I wanted to remind you guys of, the cancellations. Who's set to be done? Whose last visit date, right? The last available use date. You could find this in your cancellation queue, you guys, and you can find the cancellation queue in the member follow-up button on the dashboard for Spa Intel. Once you click that and you go into cancellation queue, you would then look at the very bottom and see when you highlight on the member's name, just in case you don't know, when their last available service use date is. So that's super important for you guys, and that could be sort of something that can guide you. Who put in for their cancellation? Who's set to be done by the end of this month or this week? Anytime before July 1, really, because what you want to do is make a note to yourself to reach out to them as well personally, and sort of ask them, you know, thank you so much for being a member. I just wanted to reach out to you one last time and get your feedback as a, you know, franchisee or as a spa director, depending on who it is that's contacting these people in the first place, if they have. and find out from them what was your general feedback. Would you say that you would come back to Planet Beach in the future? Also, I don't know if you remember this or not, but when you did become a member with us, you did have the benefit, you have the possibility to be able to freeze or give it away to someone, right? So we don't want you to lose this price point, and you got about a week left to find somebody that might want this or to change your mind. Please let us know. I'll check and tell them when you're making this outreach, whether you have contacted them, whether you're leaving a voicemail, whether you're texting or emailing. Leave the message to them that you will call back again and check back in with them just before the end of whatever the expiration date is. That way they can expect for you to follow up with them, and in that time they feel a little bit more comfortable, can breathe easy in the fact that, well, I'll ask around this week, and if I forget, then she's going to call me back. He's going to call me back, right? So super important. So pull that up and look at that last service use date, because we need to save as many memberships from going out of the door as possible for our July 1 draft. So, a couple ideas I wanted to share with you guys for this particular week. National Sunless Day, obviously you know the BOGO's going on for that, the matching the services, right, with however many that they're purchasing. Also, the campaign for it, the Glow line, getting that as well if they become members. But just pay attention to the fact of what's today's date, right? For many of you, today's payroll. And you guys called this in probably last week, but that took a big hit to your bank accounts, right? Or your franchisees took a big hit to the bank account. So we need to put a lot of focus in knowing and understanding that this upcoming week we have to be able to be on our P's, on our Q's. We need to be able to take every opportunity, right? And in order for us to take every opportunity with every member and customer coming in, we have to have good leadership in place. So you have to get pumped up. You guys have to be the leaders. Grab the bulls by the horns, guys. You need to lead your team. You need to show them, do a tell, show, do. If you see missed opportunity, don't just ignore it. Let it, pay attention to it. You got to be able to manage them to a goal, right? Do you do the daily game plan? If you're not doing the daily game plan, then maybe try doing that this week particularly, just because you can manage by the hour with them for every shift person coming in and out. So payroll hit today. We need to make up for some of those funds, right? So a couple of things that I wanted to share with you, because we do have National Beauticians Day on Friday. I don't want that to go overseen just because of National Sunless Day on Thursday. We got to do a lot of marketing for it, of course, but we also need to pay attention to the fact that Friday we also have a really great opportunity following up to where it's not just like, oh, well, that was it. That was the last hoorah for June, right? No, we have great potential here. So a couple of things. BOGO is already comes hand in hand with the National Sunless Day, right? So that's already taking place. Make sure your staff is fully well aware of this and that they understand this. Another great thing to consider is if there's any events going on around your cities, around your areas, that might be good to market to people about, like if there's a beauty pageant or if there's a modeling competition, runway show, if there's cheer competitions or anything, dance teams, like NFL dance teams, right, or anything like that. They're having tryouts right now. I know this is that time of the year. You may want to contact them and discuss National Sunless Day as an opportunity, and work a little deal in as well. So that might be a really good idea. Also, don't forget your proactive approaches. We've talked about this last week or the week before, but don't forget, guys, you don't have to wait till people see your Facebook about National Sunless Day, right? You don't have to wait until people hear about it or do the ambassador, right, and wait for and rely on other people. You guys can be proactive yourselves. So just another reminder in case you didn't do this task last week, maybe because you got a little busy, stuff happens, right? But print up your reports of your sessions customers. These are the people that are coming in already purchasing sessions only or paid in fulls, right? So whenever you pull that report, look through each and every name person, like every person in your report, right? You're going to do a little bit of research before you contact them. A lot of these people are people you know firsthand by the first name. When they come in, for a fact they come in religiously, they purchase their temporary sessions, they never have become members. That's totally fine. This week, personally, I'm okay with that because we have National Sunless Day. Reach out to those people that buy just your Mystic or your Sunless services and say, hey, listen, this Thursday specifically, we have our National Sunless Day. Planet Beach has our National Sunless Day once a year, and, Thursday is that day. This is the time that you want to stock up, right? Because we match every one you buy. So you buy one, you get one free. Buy two, you get two free. Buy three, you get three free, and so on and so forth. Let's get you stocked up for like the rest of the summer or the rest of the year even, right? And incentivize. Say, if you do it with me right now over the phone, then I will even throw an additional 2 sessions in with that, right? Because that will create a sense of urgency. That's going to create more value to what it is that you're telling them about that they already love. But just tell them, look, if you, right now we're offering, a promotion separate to that, to where if you just let me do this now for you, what I can do is ring you up for it, and by doing it right now with me over the phone, then we're going to give you some more free stuff, or maybe consider a free mist, or, some type of low cost product that you'll give to them. But, make it worth their while and be proactive about it. If you don't have time to do it, do a tell, show, do training where you tell someone to, show them how to do it by making a couple of the calls and task them to do it. Also think about an incentive for them, right? If they're successful in it, give them a goal. If you can get more than 5 people to do it over the phone, then pick a day off next week that you want that'll be paid, or something to that effect. I really don't know your budget, so please don't quote me on what to do there. But this is what leadership is, you guys. That's not management. That is leadership. That is showing them, look, this is how you can make a ton of money. This is how you can make this incentive, right? And be eager about it and be positive about it and show them how to do it. Don't just tell them what to do, because that right there is how we aren't able to close programs, across the board. That might be the small thing that you think you're doing everything right in, right? But you're lacking that one little bit of approach training or management or leadership training. So pay close attention to that. Also, for the following day, for National Beauticians Day, there is just a couple of ideas that I wanted to share with you guys. Obviously, you guys know what we've done before with these fun, silly little holidays, right? We would say, Google the hairdressers, hair salons that are within 3 miles of your area. Print up the list from Google, divide it out evenly among your staff members, and say, here you go, have at it. This is your baby. This is your commissions. They're going to call over there in each one of those salons and say, how many, beauticians do you have, hairdressers, whatever. Hairstylists, I guess is what they call it nowadays. How many do you have at your specific business? Oh, I have 6. Perfect. I'm going to come by and bring some gifts for National Beauticians Day coming up this Friday. We just want to give you a little bit of something. So, just wanted a head count, so I'll see you. Find out when the manager's there. Obviously, you want to drop them off to everyone, but a good opportunity here for B2Bs is like right in front of your face, so don't miss it. Have the staff fully trained and fully confident when they go to drop off these cards. They need to find out when the manager or the owner or somebody who makes decisions is there when they make these drop-offs throughout the next couple of days, because you want to have these cards completed by today. That way they have Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe even a little bit of Thursday to go around and distribute them to these places. So make sure they feel confident in the approach to that conversation of saying, hey, look, while I'm here, we do a lot of business partnerships, VIP business partnerships with a lot of local businesses in the area, and we find it to be completely beneficial for both of us. It brings in a lot of clientele. It brings in a lot of guest traffic. We kind of want to share that with you since we are in similar fields, right? We're in the beauty industry. So, if it's okay with you, I would love to be able to say, if you allow me to come here maybe like once a week or once a month, post up, talk to your clients, offer them free services. That's going to make you not only look good, because when you go get your hair done over here, right, you get free spa services at Planet Beach. That's a great whiff right? So that's going to make you guys look good. People are going to tell everybody to go to you guys. In return, all we ask is to be able to go in there and get them, right? And to be able to offer these spa services and hopefully get them set up on programs and get new members to get ambassador leads from. So make sure that you guys are getting this task done. At least have the list printed out, maybe from Google or whatever internet browser you guys use. Divide it up among the staff, have it ready for them when they come in, and have them start working on this to be done by today, so that way you can have the next couple of days to go around and drop those off. But other than that, you can also offer to any beautician, any hairstylist, whatever the case might be. Don't forget the really great Memcash opportunities we used to have with the other campaigns that we don't really focus on as much anymore, but it's still really great revenue. The 3 for $49 That's always something I always like to tell my spas to do and pull out of their hat, right? Whenever they're low with mem cash and they need some last minute sales brought in, you can offer three sessions of anything for 49 in return for if they bring somebody in with them, you can offer that to their guest, right? And I'm just winging it here. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, being creative with marketing strategies. But think about what you can do with the 3 for 49. One spa in my market, I will share with you guys, was a really good idea. They had 3 for 49 going at the end of 1 month before, and they offered a separate add a spray or a sunless session for only $10 more. So it's really 4 for 59, and that included a sunless session. So consider doing that as well. That way you can boost your sunless. Also consider the 10 sessions for 99. The 10 for 99 deal was always really great for membership cash sales. So maybe you might want to bring that up in your morning huddle, in your shift turnover huddle. That might be a really good idea to push and implement, but I would not recommend including any of your spray or sunless services in that 10 for 99. But those are just a couple of memcash ideas for you guys. Hopefully you wrote that down. Pull up your marketing calendar. Remember that's going to be your best friend. That's going to be your tool, because you've listed out what areas of marketing and what quadrants of marketing you guys are going to cover and what for the week. So we have a calendar put in place. Like I said, it's your Spa Performance newsletter. And I wanted to go over like to-dos with you guys before I let you go for the day. I apologize, that's my dog barking in the background. But a couple of different to-dos to do today and throughout the rest of the week. The daily marketing checklist. I know you guys have heard us talk about this before many times in the past, but that's going to be your guideline for you to be able to cover all your bases when it comes to your daily marketing duties, right? So if for this specific week that we're talking about National Sunless Day and we're talking about National Beauticians Day and all the marketing and the marketing calendar, if you kind of feel a little bit lost, in a haze and a fog, like, oh my gosh, it's just so much, like, where do I start? That's a great tool to use. So consider pulling that up. If you don't have it on your computer, get it from Orion. It's the daily marketing checklist, and just go through that to make sure you cover everything and every opportunity, right? So there's that. So you have that done today and start doing that every day for the rest of this week. That's going to probably be your best tool that'll help guide you throughout the whole process. Also have your National Beauticians Day task previously discussed just now when I told you guys to create the cards, 3 to 5 business cards and guest passes and a $50 gift certificate with a little note to go and distribute out this little, card, or if you want to give free gift, whatever you guys feel like you want to do that'll be creative, that'll entice these people to come into your doors. Get that done, completed, no later, really realistically today, but no later than close of business tomorrow. That's going to be your best bet. Don't forget, 50 red appointments are supposed to be booked on Thursday because it's still MAP, you guys. So maybe consider when you're doing proactive outreach for National Sunless Day, consider incentivizing them if they bring a friend in with them, or just remind them before they get off of the phone, or when you're doing your door-to-door, when you're dropping these things off, get their names and numbers of people they want to bring in with them to enjoy services alongside with them. Get that information while you're out there distributing it, right? Because that's always a successful marketing or prospecting campaign, is always when you collect, never when you just hand out and leave things in their hands. So consider that, but remember that the ultimate goal is 50 reds for Thursday. And also, guys, push the sunless selfie more than ever this week, because next Monday is actually National Camera Day. Again, I know you guys are probably, if you've not been on this call before, you're probably laughing, rolling your eyes like, what is this girl thinking? But it's funny because we have really great opportunities with these fun, silly little holidays, considering our hashtag sunless selfie is a part of the June campaign right now. If you guys are Facebook friends with me, you probably saw that I did it on Facebook with the new PB Glow by Norvell up in Ohio last week when I was there, which is amazing, by the way. I posted the sunless selfie in Planet Beach, so incentivize your members to do the same, and don't forget to give them a free gift or a drawing if they do it. If they pull yours is the best sunless selfie, right? something to that effect, but really utilize National Camera Day next Monday to be able to push that a little bit more, because what a great marketing tool for your spa, for social media as well. So get on that and really put that on your calendars. You don't have to put as much focus on this little holiday here next Monday than you do with National Sunless Day and National Beauticians Day, but make a mark on your calendar to sort of capitalize on that too. Don't forget, you guys, one reminder is the Google Text, Google Voice app in your email. If you guys have not done so yet from going along the guide that I sent out to you a couple weeks back, please do that. That is so important that you utilize this text message opportunity, because, we have locations that have shown we've shown to be very successful and have like a 30 to 40% show rate, increase in their show rate from the text messages alone. So please, please, please go download that app to your email accounts, your Gmail accounts specifically, so you guys can start doing your text outreach there. So wanted to remind you of that before I released you for the rest of the week to go and make us all proud. So if you have any specific questions regarding anything we covered today, or if you want to get detailed training on any of that, I particularly am out today suffering a cold, but email me because I'm still responsive myself, but contact your spa performance consultant, ask for the help, the guidance, the trainings or manuals, anything that you want to kind of drill down a little bit more in detail with. We're more than happy to set up a training with you guys and get you guys set up for success. So I've kept you long